Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Wednesday, the 18th of April. Indian Prime Minister meets British counterpart in London to boost bilateral ties. Afghan forces cut Taliban strategic supply route in southeast Afghanistan. And China says Nepal a natural area for cooperation with India. And now for all the details. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday held talks with his British counterpart Theresa May in London to boost bilateral ties between the two nations. During his visit, the Indian Prime Minister is scheduled to attend the Commonwealth Head of Government meeting on April 19th and 20th.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday held a breakfast meet with his British counterpart Theresa May at 10 Downing Street in London. Prime Minister Modi arrived in London on Tuesday evening as part of his 5-day trip to 3 European countries in a bid to boost bilateral ties. The two leaders held talks on a wide range of matters, including redefining and infusing new energy into their bilateral engagement post-Brexit. Later in the day, the Indian Prime Minister visited an exhibition on 5,000 years of science and innovation in London hosted by the Prince of Wales, Charles. In addition to bilateral meetings in London, Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting on April 19 and 20. During the summit, participating countries will share plans to meet challenges like climate change, democracy and peace. Several bilateral agreements are also likely to be inked with member nations. On Thursday, Prime Minister will also call on Queen Elizabeth II at the Buckingham Palace.
Moving on, pro-freedom Baloch activists across the globe have intensified their peaceful protest against Pakistan in recent months. Projection on the UK Houses of Parliament have now been organised in London City to highlight gross human rights violations inflicted upon the Baloch people in southwestern Balochistan province by Pakistani forces.
The World Baloch Organization, or WBO, has organized a projection over the UK Houses of Parliament highlighting human rights violation inflicted upon Baloch people by Pakistani forces. The projection in London City aims to catch the attention of Commonwealth leaders and urge them to contribute in ending the widespread abuse of human rights in Balochistan. The WBO believes that the projection will serve as a key message and reminder to world leaders of their responsibility to speak out against Pakistan's crime against humanity in Balochistan. Baloch activists have long accused the Pakistani establishment of forcibly taking control of the land and resources of the ethnic Baloch people and committing extrajudicial killings. They claim attempts to highlight the situation in Balochistan have long been repressed, and such campaigns can be very effective in highlighting the situation.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan forces on Tuesday said they have cleared terror group Taliban's strategic supply route in Afghanistan's Paktia province. The military officials now aim for permanent security checkpoints in the area so as to ensure the route stays closed to the Taliban.
Afghan military officials on Tuesday said the security forces have shut down one of the terror group's Taliban's strategic supply routes in Paktia province near the Durand line. According to the officials, permanent security checkpoints will be established in the area so as to ensure the route stays close to the Taliban. Officials said the supply route provided a route for the Taliban to cross the Durand line and continue to the Khost, Logar and Ghazni provinces.
سیمه طالبانو تګ راتګ کوي د پاکستان او د افغانستان سیمې ته راځي او دلته په دې مختلفو ولایتو کې عملیاتونه ترسره کوي.
در توبسر، در انزرکنډو، خوشکرمسر، نریکنډو بیزای مستحکم کنډکای سرحدی را ایجاد میکنیم.
Meanwhile, residents in Mugbildara Valley of Dandepatan district called on the Afghan government to embark on development projects in the area in order to improve their lives. Security officials have pledged to hire over 300 members of public uprising forces to serve together with the Afghan border police in order to boost the security situation in the region.
More news from Afghanistan. Around 400 Afghan women on Tuesday were awarded certificates of accomplishment under the USAID's Promote Women in Government project. It is expected that the women will now move on to work in government and in private institutions across Afghanistan.
About 400 Afghan female trainees on Tuesday were awarded certificates of accomplishment by USAID's Promote Women in Government project. It is expected that the women will now move on to work in government and in private institutions in Afghanistan. So far, 814 trainees have graduated from the project and 124 of them have been hired in government institutions.
The goal of the Women in Government Act.
هدف برنامه زنان در حکومت این است که اطمینان به دست آید پست های خالی که در حکومت افغانستان هستند پر شوند و زنان زیادی هستند که مستحق کار در این بست ها هستند.
پروموت زنان در حکومت که در رشد ظرفیت و توانمندسازی ما موثر واقع گردیده است تا امکانات برای حاکمیت سرنوشت خویش شکل داده و زندگی بهتری برای خود میسر سازیم که برای سالهای پیش کاملا غیر قابل تصور بوده است.
The USAID's Promote Women in Government projects advances and empowers Afghan women by fostering opportunities for their professional development. USAID is now planning to provide training to over 3,000 Afghan women in various fields.
Chinese Foreign Minister on Wednesday said Nepal is a natural area for cooperation between China and India and invited New Delhi to participate in connectivity projects between the three nations. The Chinese Foreign Minister made the remarks after holding talks with his Nepalese counterpart in Beijing to boost bilateral relations.
Nepal is a natural area for cooperation between China and India, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said on Wednesday as they invited India to participate in connectivity projects between the three nations. Nepal's Foreign Minister Pradeep Kumar Gyawali, who is on a 4-day visit to China, met his Chinese counterpart and said Wang Yi has dismissed the notion that Nepal had to carefully balance its relation with China and India. The landlocked Himalayan nation has traditionally looked to India for economic support and trade, but Nepal has increasingly been courted by China with transport deals.
我们认为中国、尼泊尔、印度3个国家，我们本来就是天然的朋友和伙伴，因为我们3个国家山水相连，互为邻国。无论国际形势和我们3国各自的国内议程发生什么样的变化，这个基本事实都是不会改变的。
We also shared views on the implementation of the MOU on the cooperation under the BRI. Nepal has expectation that the initiative should contribute to the development of physical infrastructures, enhancing cross-border connectivity, including railways and roads, promotion of trade, tourism and investment, and people-to-people relations.
Gyawali's visit to China comes after Nepalese Premier KP Sharma Oli visited India early this month. Since the new government was formed in February in Nepal, it is aiming to maintain balanced relations with its neighbouring countries, mainly India and China.
More news from Nepal. Indian head of mission to Nepal, Manjeev Singh Puri, on Wednesday laid wreath on the tomb of Indian freedom fighter Begum Hazrat Mahal in Nepalese capital, Kathmandu. He said both the countries have shared age-old historic political and economic relationship. He thanked Nepal for being a permanent friend and partner in progress.
Indian head of mission to Nepal, Manjeev Singh Puri, on Wednesday paid tributes at the tomb of Indian freedom fighter Begum Hazrat Mahal. Begum has been the icon for Indian freedom struggle at a time when India was reeling under the direct rule of the British and revolted against the regime in 1857. After Begum's husband was banished in May 1856, she fled to Nepal and took political asylum in the country. She took her last breath on 7th April 1879 in Kathmandu. Ambassador Puri, along with other officials, laid a wreath at Begum's memorial and highlighted the time of the struggle and thanked Nepal for lending the hand at the time.
ये जो पहला युद्ध था हमारा स्वतंत्रता का, उसमें स्पेशल भूमिका रही औरों के साथ, और नेपाल की धरती ने कई लोगों को पलट दी जो वहाँ से भाग के आए, तो भागना पड़ा। और इसके लिए हम हमेशा नेपाल के आभारी हैं।
Nepal and India is a saga of permanent friendship and partnership of progress. Both the countries have shared age old historic, societal, political and economic relationship.
The provincial government of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province has taken an initiative to revive organic kitchen farming by establishing a wholesome kitchen garden scheme in Srinagar city. Under the scheme, people are sold kitchen gardening plants along with organic manure and other essentials.
The provincial government of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir has taken an initiative to revive organic kitchen farming by establishing a wholesome kitchen garden scheme in the province's summer capital, Srinagar. Under this scheme, people are sold kitchen gardening plants along with organic manure and other essentials. They are taught about the basics of kitchen farming, aiming at reduced usage of harmful chemical fertilizers and pesticides.
जो हमने गवर्नमेंट ने इनिशिएटिव लिया है कि किचन गार्डन स्कीम जो यहाँ से हम कर रहे हैं, उसमें ये है कि ऑर्गेनिक वेजिटेबल्स, उसमें ये है कि ये बंदा जो मोटिवेट हो गया इसलिए कि वो किचन गार्डन अपना चलाए, अब उसको मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें ढूंढनी है, 10 किस्म के बीज लगाने, मार्केट जाना, अब ये मिला ये नहीं मिला, कौन चीज़ कैसे लगाऊं, उसका टेक्निकल ना हो कम होता है, तो वो हमारे पास यहाँ आ जाता है। तो उससे हमारे 3-4 जो इनिशिएटिव्स हैं वो पूरे हो जाते हैं।
The kitchen garden, a place where vegetables and fruits are grown for domestic use, promotes organic farming. This kind of farming relies on green manure, crop rotation, compost and biological pest control as to promote chemical-free foods.
People across India thronged the jewellery shops on Wednesday to buy gold and silver ornaments on the auspicious occasion of Akshaya Tritiya. It is believed that buying metals on this day brings luck and fortune.
People across India thronged jewellery shops on Wednesday to buy gold, mostly ornaments, on the auspicious occasion of Akshaya Tritiya. Customers were seen crowding shops in western Rajkot city and trying out different necklaces and earrings. It is believed that buying gold on this day is conducive to success.
आज अक्षय तृतीया है और हम सोने की खरीदी करने आए हैं। आज बहुत अच्छा दिन है, तो सोना बहुत शुभ माना जाता है, तो आज हम घर में वेडिंग भी आ रही है, तो हम उसकी खरीदी करने आ रहे हैं।
People in northern Kanpur city also rushed to shops to buy the yellow metal on this auspicious day.
परिवार के लिए सोना चांदी खरीदने का एक अच्छा दिन होता है। अपनी मदर के लिए, अपनी बहन के लिए एक अच्छी सी रिंग चाह रहा था, तो यहाँ आया हूँ। अक्षय तृतीया में खरीदी जा सकती है, चूँकि ये बहुत शुभ माना जाता है।
Devotees in northern Allahabad city took a holy dip in Sangam, which is confluence of 3 holy rivers. They offered prayers to mark the auspicious occasion. Akshaya Tritiya is an annual spring festival celebrated all across India with harmony and joy. It is considered one of the 4 most sacred days of the year.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister meets British counterpart in London to boost bilateral ties. Afghan forces cut Taliban's strategic supply route in southeast Afghanistan. And China says Nepal a natural area for cooperation with India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.